Hey guys, and welcome to day 3 with the AMX 5100. And today I thought that we would take a trip down memory lane and go back in time to the patch 7.1.1 and show a game where this tank was really a beast. It is a beast now, but back then it had faster reload speed and faster firing rate in between the shots. So let's check that one out. And we find ourselves on Westfield. As you can see on the minimap, this was way before I found minimap mods and stuff like that, because I don't have any equipped at all. I have no mods on this gameplay footage. And as you can see, 20 seconds has passed and the reload is 1/3 done. So it's not super faster back then, but it did lose a little bit of reload speed in the newer patches because, well, it was a little bit overpowered, especially with these shots in between the rounds. You'll see me shooting soon enough against an IS, and he basically has no time to move before I actually just destroy him completely and leave him with very low HP. And he's popping up right there. One shot, 2 shots, 3 shots, and 1 more shot. Then I actually have 1 more shot, but he's left with close to 0 HP. I'm gonna press Alt here just to show it. Yep, he's basically dead. He could be rammed by a bush and he would be dead. As you can see, my driver is dead right now, and I'm not fixing him. And that is because I don't think that I need it. As you can see, it's pretty mobile still, and I'm behind a lot of allies, and I'm reloading, so I don't need to get to any position very fast. Or maybe I just forgot in the battle. I don't remember. But the day today, I would not fix it in such a fast tank if I'm reloading and I'm behind allies. And here we see a VK 36101H bouncing on my front. I follow him and he gets killed by a tiger. And I sadly waste a shell. I see no enemies whatsoever around us, and I think I got 2 shells in the magazine right now. And in just a second I think I'm going to reload, because that was the thing back then with me and the autoloaders. If I could get somewhere and hurt someone within less than 10 seconds, I would always reload. But it would seem that I'm actually maybe I used Alt to check on the HP of tanks, so I knew that I could take out tanks with 2 shells or less, or 3 shells. I don't really know, maybe 3 shells. I think I have 3 shells actually, and if I have 3 shells, then I won't reload at all. And yep, I did, because the automatic reload started, and we are now starting to reload the next 6 shells. This tank is so deadly, and you've seen that in day 1 and 2. It can dish out some damage really fast, but some of the newer tanks that it comes up against are very bouncy, so you have to aim a lot more these days. Well, compared to back then, as you've seen already, I've fired directly at a KV-3 turret. You don't do that these days. I also fired directly at, what did I fire at? Something else. And I'm also going to fire just at a Ferdinand wherever I can in just a second. Here I'm actually making a little bit of a mistake, because I'm going forward and damaging the VK. Then I'm going after him just because I want to ram him and not waste any shells on him. But if I wasted, just shot a shell, it would have been the same as doing that. So going all the way down here was actually a waste of time and damage, because I just took damage there. You saw, again, I fired nearly at the superstructure of the Ferdinand. And back then the shell normalization wasn't in effect, so the shells penetrated a lot easier on targets like the Ferdinand and stuff like other tanks like that. Especially with the KV-3 turret, you wouldn't penetrate, or you would bounce at least on the KV-3 now if you just tried to fire as I did in the beginning of the game on the first shot. And here I'm stopping because we have tanks all over the map, as you can see, but none of the tanks, the enemy tanks, are spotted. So I'm thinking they're highly likely camping, and if they're camping, then I can't just go in with this low amount of HP and live to tell the tale. I'm pretty sure they're sitting over there because they're always sitting over there. If it comes down to these late game situation and you haven't seen the enemy. So yeah, we know where they are. It's just a matter of getting to them. Being careful here, not taking any chances. I'm covered by the front of the rail right there in front of me, the cover. I see a Panzerkampfwagen via, but I ricochet on it, and it gets taken out by the Tiger. And then I spot a VK-36 down there, and I decide to go down there and take a shot at him, or two, take him out. He sees me, but I don't know why he's not firing. Maybe a new player? You never know. But he definitely got killed right there. And we're getting to a situation very soon where a Tiger 2 is going to get mad at me. But right now I'm just trying to figure out how to best get up there and do some damage to these guys, because they're all sitting up there in a bunch. But you still don't want to just rush in and get taken out and take unnecessary damage, like I've already taken a ton of unnecessary damage. Like the VK-36 was running away from me. I could have focused on the 30 and not taken 500 something damage to the face. The KV-3 in the beginning, I thought that it was wise for me to shoot at him while he was aiming at me. It was a bad decision. KV-1S comes out, and again I'm firing directly at the turret almost and doing damage. You wouldn't do that these days. Maybe you would, but the turret could still bounce. But so I wouldn't do it these days. I would be more careful and aim a lot more. Here I'm writing reloading, which means I am reloading my drum. But back then the French tanks were very new, so the Tiger 2 didn't know that that I needed 50 seconds to reload. And you just see he's very low HP, and he's tracked right now. You're gonna see that in just a second when I get out there. I can see that his tracks are broken, so he can't defend against the Super Pershing. He actually gets taken out by the artillery, which is a little bit unfortunate. But I take out the Pershing here, while the Tiger 2 complains about me not being able to help a little bit earlier. The VK 36-1H comes down behind me, and I kill him as well. And he's telling me still, why didn't I help? And I tell him I was reloading, and he didn't know. And then he writes, for 2 minutes? Yes, nearly half that. But as you can see, very nice XP, 2300, and did a lot of damage. Fired 25 shells and hit 23. Got sniper and top gun. You can still get these kind of results today, but back then you did fire a lot faster between shots.